Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning into Moments with Marie. Today I'm going to be having a gorgeous guest with me, and we're going to be discussing teenage pregnancies. We're going to be discussing the pros, the cons, and possibly the stigma that may be attached to it. So what's going to happen is I'll be interviewing her, and you guys will get a better feel about her experience and what she went through as a teenage mom, as a young mother. Thank you guys. Sit back and relax. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So, Tamara, what is your age now, and how many children do you have, and what are their ages?
Okay, so I'm 27. I'll be 28 in May. My children are 11, 7, and 6. Eldest being a girl, middle child being a girl, and youngest being a boy.
Beautiful. And what do you do now? What's your occupation?
So I start a new job next month.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The old one was getting too old. In a prep school, lunchtime duty and classroom assistant.
So you're working with kids?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All my jobs are based around
kids.
children, yeah.
It makes sense though, right?
Yeah.
All right then.
So
how old was you when you had your first child?
16.
Okay, great. 16, what was going through your mind when you found out that I'm pregnant?
Oh, okay. I don't even know how to explain it. I can give you a little bit of insight onto the story-ish of how it became about. But obviously we all know how you get pregnant.
Right.
So at the time, when I got pregnant, I was actually 15.
Right.
But I gave birth when I was 16.
Okay, yeah.
So she was born in October. I got pregnant in January. And as I said, my birthday's in May. Going through my mind, I knew, actually, I'm not going to lie to you, I knew that I was keeping my baby. I knew at the time of having intercourse that I was probably going to get pregnant. But with it didn't come, at the time of the action, didn't come any worry or nothing like that until after.
After the pregnancy or after what?
After, when I found out I was pregnant, like at the time I knew I could have potentially got pregnant whilst I was having sex. I didn't worry about it, but when I found out I was pregnant, I worried about it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because obviously, I knew there was a high chance I could have been, but I still went and done what I done.
Right.
And more for me, family, telling my mom.
I'm gonna get onto that.
Okay.
Because I see you got you got
So
it
that's
going on
what was
there.
going through my head, like worry, like I'm 15, isn't it?
With that being said, you said you're 15, so of course there would have been some educational background to this whole thing. So with that being said, did you have to drop out of school to fulfill this new role, this new, this position in your life? What happened in school?
I didn't have to, because that would have been my last year, but I chose to.
Okay. You chose to.
Yeah.
Okay. No
Because
problem.
I know that there could have been means around me still getting my education. For that last year, obviously, I wouldn't have felt comfortable going to school pregnant. Being that I went to a girls' school as well.
Right.
But I know my family could have put in place things where I was still getting my education, but from home or another setting.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just chose to.
Okay.
Not. I didn't choose to not. I just.
That was the way you, at the time, that was the way you dealt
Just,
with it.
Yeah.
That was how you dealt with that situation at the time. Okay. And so, when you told your parents, what was their reaction?
It's not when I told my parents. It's I was out one day and I text my mom, I'm pregnant. And she said, she called me.
Straight away.
And
Did you have to go outside? You know the ones
I was
where you
in
have
the
to...
toilet when I texted her I was pregnant. And of course I didn't answer. And she's like, I can't beat you through the phone. Answer the phone. I was like, no. Like, this is my text
I told
now,
you.
yeah.
I told you already what it is. I don't want to talk.
Exactly. And I don't know, I can't really remember being it so long ago, but I think I may have answered the phone. She said, so what are you going to do? And I said, have my baby. She said, okay. Just make sure you know what you're doing tomorrow. And then eventually we sat down and had to speak about it, and she wanted to know who the guy was and to make sure that the family knew, and asked him to speak to his family so that she don't have to do it first. You know, imagine someone comes to tell you you're having a grandchild, but you're the parent of the child hasn't said. So she allowed that to go ahead.
So she kind of wanted you guys to handle that situation first. Okay.
Turns out she knew the family.
Oh.
And I feel that kind of helped the situation a bit. But then there was my dad to be told.
Was that the hardest part?
I didn't tell him.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I let my mum do it. And I don't know his reaction because I wasn't there. And obviously, he has to deal with me. I'm pregnant, and when I told my mum I was pregnant, like I was.
You was. I don't like. How many months were you down the line? Roughly.
About 4.
Oh yeah, you were pregnant.
And I was. I was.
You were pregnant
because I was so slim. I had like a tiny bump. So you wouldn't know. With clothes on...
Depending on what clothes you wear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah. Okay, Tamara, that's quite interesting. So with that being said, Tamara, like, were there any stigmas attached in regards to maybe your friends, your family? Were they looking at you like, she's 15, going on 16?
My friends, no, because I wasn't the first within my friends to get pregnant at that age. I think there was like... Well, one of my friends were pregnant. No. One of my friends and one of my cousins were pregnant at the time.
Right.
I didn't know though. With regards to my friends, I had like a small group of friends, but like I knew that people at school and everything, there was a Tamara's pregnant, you know, Tamara's pregnant, you know, Tamara kind of thing.
Especially because you wasn't even...
I wasn't there. So those things were coming back to me. I wasn't there to hear it or whatever. Stigma, there's always going to be stigma around here.
So when, like, let's say, for example, you're walking down the road, maybe, let's say you're, I don't know, 7, 8 months at this point, maybe your bump is showing now. Are people looking at you like, she looks young, but what's going on?
I don't know what it is. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to it. Maybe they were. What it was, when I got pregnant, I was with a group in St. Thomas's Hospital called Teen Phase. So they dealt with teen pregnancies. So they came, I didn't really go to hospital for checkups and whatever. They came to my home just for the comfortability of it and so on. And if I was out, I was always with somebody. So...
Your mind was kind of taken off
of it, yeah.
You weren't really walking by yourself, and it's like, you was talking to somebody
with like
walking down the road.
Like my partner's bigger sister, who was obviously an adult. Right.
So you thought, I guess there was some sort of protection as well. Yeah. You wasn't really lonely. During your pregnancy.
No, not at all.
Which is a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So let's kind of like fast forward. When you did have your baby, your first child, was there a moment where you said to yourself, you know what, this is just too much, I just can't cope, I don't know what I'm going to do?
There was never a moment.
So you just, tell us how you dealt with that. So you gave birth, what happened?
Okay, so I was with this, alright, let's go back a little bit.
Right.
Obviously my living situation was that I was living at home with my mum and my sister. The flat was too small. My fiance was my now fiance, then just my boyfriend, was living at home with his family, but in a big like 5-bedroom house. So obviously us being young and being in love and whatever, we wanted to be together. Right. The housing situation at my mum's would be that if I had a baby, the baby would be in me and my sister's room, which was not comfortable. She was
obviously
still young,
space,
and so on. She was about 9 at the time. So there was one week that my mum went on holiday, and obviously because I was as pregnant as I was, this holiday was already booked.
How many months pregnant were you at that time?
About 6.
Okay.
So she asked my partner's mum if I could stay for the week while she went away. And she said, yeah, that's fine. She can stay. She packed my stuff and made sure I had food, money, and whatever I needed whilst I was there.
Okay, look, so your partner's mother did that for you?
My mum asked my partner's mum
Yeah.
if she could have me, like, look after me for the week. And she said that was fine.
Okay.
So, and then from there, when my mum came back, between my mum and his mum, they discussed living room arrangements, and they decided that because of the space in my partner's mum's house,
Yeah.
that I should move there.
Right, so you should move into your partner's mother's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So my mum bought everything a baby could need, everything a baby could want, plus more.
Yeah.
And we moved furniture for us and so on. And we moved upstairs into the bigger bedroom.
Okay.
And yeah, we set up shop, really. Set up a life.
Did your mother know the gender of the baby when you said she bought you?
No, everything. Oh, I should say everything was neutral colours.
Ah.
Yeah. So it was all browns and creams.
Do you know the gender of your baby?
No, at the time she was buying everything. No.
Okay.
I did find out.
You did find out, alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I should have said actually when you asked. Someone else found out for me, which was supposed to be a surprise, but I couldn't wait for the surprise. I needed to know.
I want to know now.
Yeah.
Tell me the gender of the baby right now.
Yeah. I wanted a boy, but God bless me with a girl. So yeah, that was the living arrangement. So I went and I began to live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, did you suffer from postnatal depression with any of your children, even if it wasn't your first one or your second one? And if so, what are your views on this?
No, I didn't. There was some mention of, what I was very anemic. So after I had her, they're telling me take iron, do this, do that, and it's not nice. And I couldn't swallow tablets.
Right.
So they was giving me liquid version. It was horrible. And I was just tired, and then I thought, maybe she's got postnatal depression. But for me, I was happy, but I was just tired. I was still doing everything that I needed to do as a mom, but...
So what does that come down to then? If
What,
it's not
why
postnatal depression and you're tired, was it just you?
It was... Marie, you know me. Like, we sleep, innit? Like, as children, or whatever... Teenagers, instead of us going out to play out, we used to chill, watch movies and fall asleep kind of thing. So I am generally I'm generally that kind of person. So it was a case, there was one situation where I was feeling like really dizzy. So we all stayed at my partner's sister's house, I don't know, some sort of occasion. And I went into the bath. But while standing in the bath, I felt like I was going to faint. So when I had a bad headache and whatever, so when I came out, I was crying. Everyone was like, she's depressed, and right. But no, I just don't feel well.
I don't feel well, yeah. It could be a normal day. Yeah.
And so they just took the baby for the evening, and I just slept. But other than that, I was fine. Like, that was just one day, one occasion where
something happened.
This, that,
and maybe she's depressed. Yeah. Okay, but you wasn't actually diagnosed. Let's put it that way.
No, I wasn't diagnosed.
Right. Okay.
She was a good baby. Yeah.
So, moving on to the bright side of things, what were some of the positive things, about having a baby at a seemingly young age? What are the strengths?
Positive strengths, I'd say I was blessed with a beautiful little girl, and it kind of made me grow. I grew a lot quicker than maybe I would have if I didn't have a baby, kind of thing. Support, family,
network,
friends. She was a good baby that helped. She slept. I don't know, like, it's my baby. So for me, there was I wouldn't say there was no even negatives to it.
Okay.
To me, what anyone had to say didn't bother me. And to be fair, there probably was things that people had to say, but it didn't bother me so much that I can't even remember. Do you know what I mean?
It never stuck to your brain because you were so
engrossed
with your situation and focused.
That's right.
Right. So with that being said, Were there any regrets? Would you do it again? Would you do it again? If you could do it again, would you do it?
If I could, it's a hard question because I have got my child and I know who my child is and I know how I've grown her. So I'd say, on that basis, I'd do it all over again.
Right.
But would I want that for them? No.
You know what? It's like you're reading my mind. Because I'm going to go on to the next question. The next question is, what advice would you give your children about this situation? I mean, what would you
The
tell
other
them?
day, so I had friends over and we was talking in front of my 11-year-old. We was talking about no, my auntie, my friend's mum. She was like, I don't know what we're speaking about, but she said to my daughter, "You can't have no boyfriend until you're, let's say, 25." And she said, but turned around to me, but you had me when you was 16. I said, you don't need to worry about what I done. It wasn't easy, kind of thing. So I would never. Everyone's path is their own.
That's right, tomorrow.
And I would never tell anyone what they should do in regards to. I would hope that my children at that age are not even thinking about that kind of thing. I would hope that no child at that age is thinking about that kind of thing because it could go the way that it went for me or it could go another way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was lucky to have support. I was lucky to still have the choice of education if I wanted to go down that route, which I did later on. I was lucky to have, I am lucky to still be in a relationship with, you know, their father.
And engaged.
So, you know, everyone's path is different, as I say. So, at that age, children should not be having sex. It's not even the age of consent. So, I don't know what to say for advice. Just
okay. No, you've answered, Tamara,
Yeah.
and I like the honesty. No, seriously, I like the honesty because it just shows that even if your child is asking you a question, you're honest enough to say, listen, it wasn't easy. At the end of the day, you had that support around you at that time. You had that support network with you at that time. But for someone else, who knows?
And even if to say, because I wouldn't say for me it was hard at all. So and this is why my daughter kind of got, you know, well, she kind of said, but you kind of thing, because she knows I kind of got on with my thing and there was no issues and there was no problems, so she feels like that's okay.
That's okay, but
no,
we
that's
don't know
not
in the
okay.
future. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
We don't know.
It wasn't even okay for me to do, but my situation happened to be
turn up. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
So it just happened out for you in a positive light.
In a positive light.
Okay, so
I don't want to be a grandmother at the age I made my mum a grandmother. Do you know what I mean? It's I want better for my children.
Beautiful, and I love the honesty, to be honest with you. So let's divert from your own children now. What advice would you give young females that may be in this position, or rather I feel like, you know what, I want to have a child. I'm 14, 15, 16 now, and I feel like this is the right time to have a... What advice would you give
My
them?
advice is you are a child. You know nothing about being a mother. I didn't know nothing about being a mother. Yes, I had a little sister that was 7 years younger than me. Yes, I took care of little cousins and so on, but I knew nothing about being a mum. Don't get me wrong. I had never even said... everyone said, Tamara, you would have been the last person I thought, do you know what I mean, would have had a child so young. My advice for girls that are in the situation, handle it as best as you can. Your choice is yours. Do not allow anyone to tell you you shouldn't have this baby. Do not allow anyone to force you to have this baby. You know, take things in your stride. Be smart. Don't stress. Because if this is your choice, if you said, I'm having this baby, then you know this is what you're going to do. That was my choice. I said, I'm having my baby, and you know I'm happy with the decision I made. If you are a young girl that feels like they want to be a mum, I'll tell you to put brakes on it.
Right. Okay.
I'll tell you to put brakes on it because there's so much in my life I'm doing now that my children are 11, 7 and 6 that I could have done 7 years ago, 11 years ago. Do you know what I mean? There's so much that I'm catching up with because
Right.
I chose to have my children young. Live your life. You've got time. There's no rush.
There's no rush. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Tamara. And just to say, guys, this is one of my childhood friends. We grew up together. And I must just say, congratulations, Tamara. I do commend you. I mean, whether or not it's looking at her Snapchat and just seeing her do the morning runs, looking at her kids, how beautifully dressed they are, and they're dancing and they're just, having a great time. It's quite inspirational. And it's a beautiful thing to see that, I have a childhood friend that has got 3 kids. And yeah, maybe to some people it might be like, you had your children young and what was you doing, X, Y, Z? But she's come out of success. This is about real people, real stories, and real inspiration. And this is why I brought Tamara on this on the program today, to let you guys know that, listen, it's possible. She said herself that she wouldn't advise it, but at the end of the day, if you end up in a situation and you look at yourself and you're pregnant now, you're 15 or you're 16, and you're like, God, what am I going to do? I want to keep this baby X, Y, and Z. At the end of the day, Tamara has got a career for herself now. She has attained qualifications for herself now. She has come out blossoming, and her children have too. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.